All right, APD has released a chilling 911 call made when two homeless men were found beaten to death. We have this for you this morning. Police say the woman who called works at a liquor store near 60th and West Central. Now, a warning for you, this call is disturbing.
We had a couple of gentlemen come across the street and tell us that they had two dead bodies there behind the e-cig shop and asked us to call the police for them.
Okay, when police got there, officers talked to a third man who was also beaten but managed to get away. He says he recognized the attackers as teens who live across the lot. Later, police arrested Gilbert Tafoya, Nathaniel Carrillo, and Alex Rios, all teenagers here, one of them as young as 15. Now, they apparently, we are told police they beat the sleeping men with several things, including cinder blocks.
Did he tell you what they look like or anything like that?
No, ma'am, he didn't. But I just saw them. There's like a mattress thing there, and it looks like it's where some of the guys that, they drink all night. It looks like that might be where they were at. And he said they were two men.
All right, the underage teens, two of them are being charged as adults. The third is 18. The men were Navajo, and the president of the Navajo Nation says he is, quote, appalled this type of attack is happening upon our people, and we pray justice will be carried out in this case. The Albuquerque Mayor R.J. Berry is expected to meet with Navajo Nation leaders today to talk about the two men who were killed. Navajo Nation President Ben Shelley asked the mayor to meet with him and members of the Navajo Human Rights Commission. Investigators have now released the names of the men who died as well, Allison Gorman and Key Thompson. Well, legislators here in New Mexico are also reacting to the killing of these men.
That's right. A state senator wants to add the homeless to the people who are protected under hate crime laws.
The fact that these individuals are homeless, it fits the category of vulnerable individuals in our society that are targeted because of their vulnerability.
Now, police say one of the teens told them they had been attacking transients for the last year. The district attorney says, according to state law, this is not a hate crime. Hate crimes are crimes that are motivated by race, religion, age, and gender.
It's basically these individuals are targeted the way that folks of different sexual orientation are.
All right, Senator O'Neill plans to introduce his bill in the next legislative session. Those found guilty would face an extra 2 years in prison. Well, technology is everywhere, and unfortunately, so are child predators.
All across New Mexico, detectives say they're investigating more predators who unfortunately are finding new ways to prey on kids. Agents with the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force are posing as kids in chat rooms to try to catch these predators. But online chat rooms aren't the only places predators are lurking. Agents say they also target kids on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and other sites. And it gets worse. Agents say they've run across these sick child predators on Disney websites such as Pixie Hollow, preying on kids as young as 7.
You have a computer, you have a cell phone, a smartphone, the stranger's already in your house.
God, it's got to be so scary for parents. In the 30 minutes this undercover agent was online, more than 25 adults sent her messages. 25 adults in 30 minutes. Some asked to be her boyfriend. Another asked for a naked picture. Since January of last year, detectives say 185 adults asked to meet a child at places such as parks, restaurants, even gas stations throughout New Mexico. Sometimes they find an agent and get busted instead. Well, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, is now denying that children being held in Artesia are getting deported without seeing an attorney. Immigration advocates who visited the Federal Center Tuesday say the women being held there tell them kids are not getting proper medical care and are being deported at odd hours of the night before they can go see a lawyer. ICE spokesman Jillian Christensen says the Central American women and children are not being pulled from sleep to be deported. The federal government says at least 3 planes have deported people from the center so far, and more are scheduled. Liz?
Just did not happen soon enough. The efforts to find a bone marrow match for a teenager here in New Mexico fell short. We're told that Michaela Martinez died Tuesday. She was just 16 years old. Michaela was from Ojo Caliente and had a rare disease that attacks blood produced in her bone marrow. A number of bone marrow donor drives were held to try and find a match for Martinez. A registered donor was found, but they could not get in touch with that person. Supporters say they will continue to hold donor drives in Martinez's honor, hoping to save someone else's life. Well, a few weeks ago, we told you about a college teacher who was donating a kidney to a student she barely knew.
Well, guess what? Surgery went well, and the two of them have finally been able to meet face to face. News 13's Jose Mitri was there.
Walking like a grandma, that's what you sent me.
Melinda Hernandez and Jennifer Adams have been texting each other about their recovery in the 2 weeks since their surgery. Adams donated her kidney to Hernandez for a life-saving transplant operation.
It's just a new beginning for me since July 9th.
Adams started out as Hernandez's English teacher at CNM last year. Now she's family, Hernandez says.
Because you can't thank a person enough. You just can't, I can tell her all the time, and it's just not enough to give me a chance.
Adams had her English students here at the CNM campus in the Heights write personal essays and share them in class. That's how she learned both Hernandez's kidneys had failed, and she'd been on dialysis for 4 years while waiting for a donor.
Knowing that she needed help. I mean, I don't know. I'm really honored.
Adams had only known Hernandez for about 3 months when she offered to be her kidney donor.
I was just like in shock. I didn't know what to do or how to act.
This is why Hernandez says surgery was so important.
Nothing. You're running around?
Yeah.
Her 7-year-old daughter, Giovanna.
And I have to live for that little one, my daughter. That's what I'm here for.
Giovanna and Adams met for the first time. Turns out they've already got a lot in common.
What do you want to do when you grow up, do you know? You want to be a teacher?
The families say the surgeries brought them together for life.
I thank her and I love her very much.
Jose Mitri, KRQE News 13.
Melinda Hernandez has taken some time off from school now, but she plans to start back up in the spring. She's studying psychology. Ms. Adams will be teaching at CNM again next month. National Kidney Foundation says more than 100,000 Americans are waiting on a transplant match. Fewer than 17,000 get one each year. That would be less than 20%.